my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, a run with Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All day, dog. Mike spot 4.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
I got it.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
You got tape. You got tape right there. Take 4. Take 4. Yeah.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Black 25, check. I got you. 44 is the mic. 22. Hey, watch the ball. 6 guys, check 6 guys. All right, 25 tonight.
Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you, son. Let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready. You're not ready. Hey, South. 44's the 39. It's a party now. It's a party now. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and long. It's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, can I have that dagger play? Can I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. It's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 13. Check 13. Switch. Recon, 132 fighter.
Off the toss, Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That 2nd down play nets a -4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Trubisky. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
On second down, Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Got it. Back 25. Check. Hey, they're scared. Check. Hey, check. Check hot, brother. Hot.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. On first down, Ryan. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
21. Mike Fofo. I see one. Hey, switch gears.
Now Ryan on first down. Here's Sanu on the catch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They keep it with Smith on first down. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, he completes it to Jones. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They're 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready, ready. Check, check. Drop deep, drop deep.
Smith trying to run for it. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. This is Cohen. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Trubisky to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
18. Check 99. Check 99. 6-6. Pull it high.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Alex Collins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ryan now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Smith. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up. 22. Hey, South.
Now Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Jones has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead is now 14 to 10.
14, Bears 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down now, it's Cohen, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Smith. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Ready, 44. It's a kick, check. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11. Hey, Tuesday.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
1st down, Atlanta.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 2nd and 10 now, Ryan. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Gun. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch the twist. 20.
Here's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 2.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check the hot read.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
That's it. Big hit.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Target. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Right there, 54 Mike. How you getting the header?
They run. This is Cohen. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the 25 on second down, Trubisky, the screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard at the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They go back to the ground with Smith. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. 51, Sam. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
Ryan. Caught by Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Complete to Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mike spoke.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Let's go.
Now here's Hill. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Come on, QB, come on.
Here's Collins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. I know he ain't got it.
Trubisky will throw. And that will be incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Tackles.
To throw again. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last play got just a yard. Here's second and... Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Falcons grab it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Ready, we're ready, we're ready. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Sponge, kick, kick.
A first down carry for Smith. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Down, ready, we're ready. Mike 58, right? Hey, Tuesday. Show me that. 21.
From the 24, Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Try to punch it in with Smith, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
Hey, Tuesday. Let's get off the field. Hey, right. Switch. Let him go.
From the gun, Ryan. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bears take over first and 10. Let's go. At their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That's it, baby.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Collins. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Lock in, lock in.
On the handoff, it's Cohen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check, check.
Throwing now is Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
180. 54. Mike, 54. Pick me up. Here we go.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Doug, 180. 54. Hey, let's get in that hole.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big 4th quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the 4th quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Bears, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need.